CK, what are the stocks that you would be advising to buy at this juncture? Because if it is still a bull market, which it is, this would be perhaps the best opportunity to buy stocks. So what are you looking at?
Well, very clearly you want to buy stocks which actually pull back into support, and that's a more prudent thing to do rather than to keep chasing stocks higher. When the market is very bullish, it's rather easy and almost kind of compelling to keep buying the ones which are breaking out to new highs, because that is where the momentum is and that's where the excitement is. But that is certainly not where prudence lies. So in that context, something which looks very solid, I think, is some of the stocks from oil and gas space, premier among them being Reliance. I think Reliance had a pretty decent run, which is not really anything significant like what you've seen in the others. But it has also pulled back to a nice level of support somewhere around 1,070, 75. I think I would certainly be looking at Reliance as one of the stock to buy in. The other thing where I would look at something which has not really participated, but which I think could attract some news flow and which has a lot of pedigree and which can have also create what I call as a kind of a scarcity premium, would be Hindustan Lever. I think Lever made it up towards the close in trading on Friday evening, and maybe I think I would look at Levers. I think Lever is something that I would do on a positional play, look at it as a multi-week, multi-month play with a possible price target somewhere around 800 on Reliance. It could be a trader's delight, it could be a positional player's delight, it could be an investor's delight. I think a price level somewhere around at least a couple of 100 points from where it is today is something to look at. A third stock that I would look at would be Lupin, which is again quite steady. Most of these, the pharma space has been steady. And within that space, I think Lupin is one of the stocks that I quite fancy, along with Cipla perhaps. Most of the charts in the large cap leader space are reasonably similar. But within that, I would probably zero in on Cipla and Lupin as two of the candidates, where I could still see maybe around at least about 8-10%, which would be of interest to traders, and about 20-25%, which would be of interest to maybe medium-term investors.
Okay, that's